years ago, I was privileged to be part and parcel of the study under the Zambia AIDS-related tuberculosis, ZAMBAT. During the study, I observed that children with special abilities were either isolated, rejected, and some of whose parents ended up being divorced. My name is Elizabeth, and you are watching Let's Chat. With me today, I have one of the managers under an NGO that deals with children with special abilities, and his name is Mr. Dennis. Good morning and welcome to Let's Chat.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Briefly explain to us how this foundation, Special Hope, started.
Okay, this organization was started by a couple from America. The names are Holly Nelson and Eric Nelson. These people, let me say, they are passionate about kids with disabilities. Way back in the state, they had to adopt 3 kids from Brazil. The names are Sam Nelson, Maggie Nelson, and Molly. So they were looking for a place in Africa where they can help people with disabilities. So they said after they took a survey, they discovered to say Zambia was one of the places that was behind when it comes to issues of intellectual disability. So they came and settled in Zambia. That was in somewhere in 2010 when they started the organization. When they started, they were just going to visit parents door to door. After they saw that the need was huge, they planned to open an CCC, the ones we call community care centers, and that's how they started operating. The purpose for this organization, or their main goal, is to serve God by helping children with intellectual disabilities. As you know, most of the children and the parents who have kids with disabilities are mostly neglected, are mostly discriminated, because most of the people don't really understand the cause of the disability. In our African setup, you discover to say most of the people think that intellectual disability is the cause or coming from the mother of the baby, or it is caused by bewitchment and all those things. But the truth is, those things don't happen that way, because they are children. God is the one that gave them those children. So it's God who decides to give those children and the like. So most of the parents so far don't understand, and if you look at it, you'll discover that the rate of divorce with these parents is huge, because most of the husbands are refusing to say they're not the cause of the disability. So the parents end up being homeless with no one to support them. They can't even worship because people will be looking at them and they will be laughing at them. So that's why they came up with this organization, so that they can do an awareness and teach people on disability. Say it's not a case, they are children just like any other. They have special things that they can do. The only thing that they need to do is to be loved and taken care of.
Okay, what impact does this program have on the community at large?
Initially, this program has helped the community to learn or to know what disabilities are. If you discover, we usually meet different parents that come. When they come and see us, you discover to say, when you're asking them about the disabilities and what they're going through, you will discover to say they don't know anything. So we end up talking to the parents of the children, the mothers, encouraging the fathers. Sometimes we do counseling session where both parents come and we talk to them. We give them the background about disability. So most of the people are knowing about disabilities now. So far in Girls Garden, we are serving about 124 parents with kids with disabilities. So which is a huge impact on the parents with disabilities.
Okay, so Dennis, what are some of the successful stories that you have?
Initially, I have a lot of stories that I can give. From the time I've started, I've seen a lot of children that have come not doing anything. If you look at their communication, they don't communicate, they can't even smile, but from the time they came, they are smiling. Others are even talking few words, others are even making sentences. When you go to our academic room, we have kids that some of them are even working. We have 2 that are working. The other one is working with a bakery, and the other one is an accountant, and he's working with finances at a certain restaurant.
That's very interesting. So what kind of people do you normally work with?
We work with children who have intellectual disabilities. Now the goal here is not just for children to come alone like a school home. Our plan is to help both parties, a parent and the child, because we believe to say our program runs for 2 hours. And in that 2 hours, you cannot make a huge impact with the parents because it's about 6 hours maybe in a day. But the person who spends most of the time with the child is the parent. So we make sure to say the children come with their parents so that we teach the parents, they see what we are doing, and they can continue with what we are doing at home.
Okay. Mr. Dennis, I'd like to recommend you and the founders of the organization for the job well done. Your last words to parents that normally isolate such children, parents that reject such children, parents that have ended up divorced as a result of having a child with a special need.
The word of encouragement is that they shouldn't look down on themselves and think that they are a case or they are not contributing anything to the environment. No, God creates people in different ways. If you look at the plans of God, if all of us were rich, then no one could have been asking from the other end.
Exactly.
We wouldn't have seen the power of God.
I agree.
But so they shouldn't feel neglected, or they shouldn't leave their children in their house. They need to expose them because they are people also. They need to see how things move because, at the end of it, or if we keep them alone in their houses, they won't experience all those things that they are supposed to experience. And at the end of it, God can hold you accountable. So for that privilege that God has given them, they need to appreciate God and show their children to everyone. And those children with special needs, there is one thing that most of the people don't know. I think there is that setup whereby all of us, when we have children, we expect our children to go to universities and get their master's degrees and start giving us money. It's like when we have children, one thing we want to be paid by them. But God creates people in different ways. If you look at them, even though they can't be in big universities, they can't be in good big colleges, there is always one special thing that is in them. If you look at them, they have certain abilities that they can do that can help the society. So if we include them in the society by not hiding them, it will help them grow and see to say that they are improving and they can show their potential to the world, and they are valuable. When we continue hiding them, they feel isolated, and which is not helping by any way. We will be held accountable by God. So the best thing is, let's show them and let's see the abilities that God has put in them.
Hi, so we're still here at Spatial Hope, and I'm joined by one of the parents whose child has a special condition, and her name is Agnes. Good morning, Agnes.
Good morning.
Kindly share with us how this program has been helpful to both you and the child.
This program has really been helpful to me. The time I never said coming in at best, it was very hard for me to understand the condition. I used to be like indoors and everything. But from the time I said coming here, it has really helped me how to express myself. And it has really taught my child a lot of things. It was really like this, but she has improved.
Okay, in which areas has she improved?
She has improved because she was very floppy.
Okay.
Yes, but now she's able at least to move her hands like this.
What words do you have for the parents out there who are still indoors? Parents that feel it's a shame to have such a child. Some of the parents have ended up being divorced because of having such a child, and so they feel bad about themselves. What would you have to tell them?
My advice to them is they should not keep their children indoors, and they should not be shy because of the children that we have, because they're a blessing to us. They can even come for help here at Spatial Hope. Yes.
Thank you so much, Agnes, for your time, and
You.
we wish you the best.
All right, thank you.
So we are still here at Spatial Hope, and I'm being joined by Mrs. Piri, one of the parents who has a child with a special ability. Good morning and welcome.
Morning, how are you? Thank you.
Okay, so I would like you to tell us how this program for Spatial Hope has been of help to both you and the child.
The program has helped me a lot because I started coming here when she was 1 year 9.
And how old is she now?
She's 7 years. It has so good for me being here because even in medication, they support me, physiotherapy, communicating, and academically.
Okay. So what words do you have for parents out there who have children with special abilities, yet they lock them up inside their house, or they just reject such children? What words do you have to encourage fellow women that have children with special abilities?
My way to encouragement to my fellow parents is these children are special, they're human beings like other children. So I encourage them to love them, care for them, and to expose them because they are also human beings. Then I'll encourage even the families because some families they reject. If you have a child who has a special need, they reject. So I urge the families to come together and help.
Sure. Thank you so much for your time, Mrs. Piri, and we wish you the best. Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you.
Do you have any future plans?
Future plans. Future plans is to work hand in hand with the organization. See to say we don't just reach out to Lusaka. Make sure to say we reach out in many places because so far most of the places that I know of, there are no such programs.
Exactly.
And most of the children are being kept in the houses. So if by God willing, God can help us to reach out in all these places. We have also, I think there's a program that we've started where we are talking to pastors of the churches because most of the parents don't go to church with their children. So we want to make sure to say even in the churches, the children are accepted. They're feeling the sense of belonging to the churches. And, because all of us have got all those rights and we're supposed to exercise and all those needs. So they need to be loved, they need to be welcomed in the church. So my prayer is God should continue helping Special Hope Network so that it should be growing to higher heights so that we meet the needs. If it's possible, we meet the needs of every child with a disability in Zambia.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dennis, for your time and for your words. They are really rich and helping a lot of people that will listen to this program.
Thank you very much.
And to everyone that's watching, disability is not inability, and God does not create anything He's got no use for. Let's love and embrace these children. They are also human beings. Just in case you come across this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. You may never know how many lives you are help impact a positive change on. Thank you for watching.
One with all living.